Tom here, Flip Anything. So, I just realized this kind of serves as a good example of probably why I make way more deals than most people. So I was really close to where I was supposed to meet somebody to look at a new property that one I might be able to make a deal on. And then I get a call, find out my daughter went on an interview. We're a little worried about her because she hadn't come back. She's been gone a while for her accounting. And so I canceled the appointment, drove back the opposite direction, found out she's okay, and now I'm heading straight back even though there's a ton of traffic. And I've already gotten through some of the worst of it. But it kind of goes to why I'll make deals that a lot of people won't make, or I'll find opportunities that a lot of people won't find. It's because, like, even though it's end of the day, you don't feel particularly good. You got a pile of cars, traffic. It's the opposite direction. I could easily postpone this and see him tomorrow, but I know that's how you lose deals. You can lose it by a minute. And so, anyways, I'm heading back this way, and I'm going to have my meeting, and I'm going to see if I can't make a deal on this property. And I know that I'm the first one there at this point, because it's kind of it's one that really nobody really knows it's for sale yet. But and so a lot of times that's how you make the best deal, is by being the first one there. Sometimes by being the second one there isn't bad either, but number one is you get there as fast as you can. And I always say time kills deals. More time that goes by, it's not in your favor, especially if you know it's a property you want. More time that goes by, you know, it's just ticking away. Chances are somebody else is going to come in there and screw things up for you and pay more for it than you want to pay for it, and then you're not going to get it. So anyways, I would just want to show you that that's what it takes. You just go, and sure, it's that important that you just go. You don't push it off, because like I say, you can push it off an hour, you can push it off a day, and that's the difference of making 100 grand sometimes, or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, whatever. But it's the difference of getting the deal. And I think I've told you before, because I'll never forget it, when I blew it on getting the beach house, and I would have made probably $175,000. Lady would have taken $250,000 to that beach house, and she was ready to go. Owner carried everything. It was beautiful. I was a little bit unsure what things were worth, and it was a little bit far away. And anyhow, I waited like over a week, and I called her back, and I said, after I figured out it was a steal, and she says, first thing she said is, "Hey, I'm ready to head that way. Let's make a deal." She goes, he who hesitates gets left at the starting gate. And I'll never forget it. I can still hear her voice in my head. It was so profound, and I knew it was damning, and I was doomed as soon as I heard it, and I was. And then she continued on to tell me that an agent had called a week after I had talked to her and told her that if he couldn't sell it for $420,000, he would buy it himself. And now, keep in mind, she was willing to sell it to me, I think, for $250, maybe $220. It's been a while. But anyways, you see, you get the point, I'm sure. But so, like I said, you see that sign. I turned around today for an estate sale sign, not because I cared about buying junk, but because it was a possibility of finding a house. And I got that jotted down, and I will be following up on that one. But that's what you got to do. Pick up, stop, call on every number. You see somebody putting a sign in the ground, man, you stop, because they're putting that sign in the ground. At that moment, nobody knows except that agent that's sticking that sign in the ground. That's what it takes. it's all about time and timing, and you want to close the loop. You want to close deals before they ever hit the MLS, and the sooner you catch an agent on a deal, the chances are it'll never hit the MLS, especially if you're talking to a listing broker. You talk to them, they make a deal with you before it's even gone into the MLS. Because once it goes into the MLS, it's in front of everybody. And then talk about being at a disadvantage. That is the most disadvantage. Because there are hundreds, sometimes thousands of people watching that MLS, just scanning it, waiting for a new property to come up. And they are all over it when it does. So anyways, I'm just about to where I gotta be, and so wish me luck, and we'll see if I make a deal or not, or you know, maybe I don't necessarily expect to make it right off the bat here, but it's possible. You know, I've got cash in my pocket for a deposit or a check if I need to write one, and that's another thing. You want to always be prepared to handwrite a contract. You know, don't be afraid to write a deal on a plain piece of paper. I've done it many, many times. Like I said, I've even scratched out a deal on a napkin before. You know, because sometimes that's what you're doing. You're sitting there having coffee and you say, okay, let's talk about the price, the terms, the this, the that. And then you go, yep, I agree. Then you just sign it. Then hand them the napkin or the paper, and if they agree, then they sign it. And then just go to title company with that. That's all you need. So I am where I belong. So I will check back with you shortly, and hopefully here there's a deal to be had. Thanks. Flip Anything USA. Please subscribe, share, etc. Thanks.